Discarded aluminum blocks are poured into the furnace, suddenly stirred continuously, but this isn't for eating, it's for making high-quality pressure cookers in Pakistan. Once all the aluminum blocks are confirmed melted, workers pour them into individual molds to fill. After cooling, these aluminum blocks turn into aluminum ingots. When needed, these ingots are melted again in the furnace, turning into molten aluminum, then poured into specialized molds again, turning them into new aluminum ingots. These ingots are carefully placed on a cart by a 65-year-old young man and then transported to the rolling mill workshop. Next, they will feed the aluminum ingots one by one into the feed port of the rolling mill for cold rolling. With each pass, the thickness of the aluminum material decreases while its strength and toughness increase accordingly. Finally, the aluminum sheets processed through rolling will be collected ready for further processing. Despite the simple appearance of this workshop, its internal equipment is fully equipped. These rolled sheets no longer need to be cut with scissors, but equipped with a dedicated shearing machine. One worker operates the shearing machine in the front, while another worker is responsible for taking out the cut sheets from behind. At this point, the shape of the sheets cannot be directly processed, they need to be sent to the edge trimming machine next. Through the careful trimming of the edge trimming machine, the sheets are skillfully trimmed into circular shapes. The whole process is convenient and efficient. With the efficient assistance of the edge trimming machine, in less than half an hour, a cartload of circular aluminum sheets is cut. These round aluminum sheets are sent to the stamping workshop for stamping and shaping. Before stamping, workers meticulously apply a layer of release agent on the aluminum sheets to prepare for demolding. After the application is completed, the aluminum sheets can be placed on the die of the hydraulic press to start the magical stamping process. Under the powerful pressure of the hydraulic press, the shape of the pot bottom quickly emerges, but this is just a preliminary shape. To enhance product identification, they will be transferred to another hydraulic press to stamp their own unique logo. Since only the rough outline was stamped just now, after stamping the logo, the aluminum sheets are placed in another mold to press out the desired angles of the pot body's edges. Anyone who has used a pressure cooker knows that the edges of the pot body are not round, but have latches. Therefore, after pressing out a certain angle, they need to be sent to a punch machine to meticulously carve out the required notches which will interlock with the pot lid, thus securely fastening it. Next, these pots will be placed on a punching machine for critical punching operations. The purpose of these holes is to install the handles of the pressure cooker, so precise holes need to be punched on both sides of the pot body. Once both sides of the holes are punched, they move on to the precision processing stage. Firstly, workers place the pot body on a lathe and carefully turn off the burrs on the edges. After the burrs are removed, these pot bodies will be placed in a mold driven by electricity as the mold rotates. The cutting tool is inserted directly into the interior workers, like skilled surgeons, smooth and polish the interior surfaces after smoothing and polishing. Fine sandpaper is used for meticulous polishing and buffing. After this process, the back of the pot body exhibits a dazzling reflective effect. However, in Pakistan, they pursue excellence, so for the exterior, the same methods and formulas need to be applied for processing. After undergoing a round of polishing, they need to be taken to the other side for a finer polish using a wool wheel. Their goal is to make the entire product shine brightly, displaying ultimate perfection. Next comes the journey of making the pot lid. Its manufacturing method is similar to that of the pot body. Firstly, it undergoes stamping and shaping, but the edge of the pot lid is inwardly tapered. So after stamping and shaping, a specialized mold needs to be inserted on the inner side. Then the pot lid undergoes a process of pressing and stretching. This will form an inwardly tapered shape. Next, the pot lid also needs to go through the lathe, to remove any burrs, then the same method and formula are used for polishing. After polishing is completed, the pot lid will be sent to the punch press to process edges that match the pot body. Next comes the punching stage, where 3 holes need to be punched at the top to reserve positions for the exhaust valve, pressure limiting valve, and safety valve. Additionally, 2 holes need to be punched on the edge for the subsequent installation of handles. To make it more safe and durable, next, it needs to undergo passivation treatment. Workers will place the processed parts into a pot for acid washing, to remove surface grease and polishing wax. After acid washing, the parts need to enter the electroplating tank for electroplating to form a layer of isolation film on the surface, ensuring safety. This is why aluminum pots cannot be scrubbed with steel wire brushes, not because we fear damaging the pot, but because we are afraid of removing the protective film on the surface. After electroplating, a crucial step is required to ensure the quality and performance of the parts: a hot water bath. The purpose of this step is to remove any impurities and contaminants that may remain from the electroplating process. Additionally, the hot water bath helps to eliminate stress generated during electroplating, reducing the risk of cracks or deformation in the parts during subsequent use. Next is the assembly stage, where workers begin assembling the handles. They directly use rivets to fix them, ensuring sturdy construction. For handle installation, bolts are chosen for fixation. This design is very considerate, allowing for easy disassembly and maintenance in the future. Here, manual assembly line operations are used. Each person is responsible for one position in the assembly process. This arrangement not only improves work efficiency but also provides more opportunities for people to work, increasing employment opportunities. After completing the assembly steps, there is a crucial stage: pressure testing. Once checked for any issues, workers proudly affix their own brand and labels. This signifies that the product has met high-quality standards. These carefully crafted pressure cookers will be packaged and prepared for delivery to consumers around the world, adding convenience and joy to people's cooking lives.